you also said today's the first day of summer.
Yeah.
So you know what tomorrow is?
June 22nd.
Judgment
Wednesday.
Day.
Judgment Day. Aaron Judge, the arbitration stuff. That's right.
That's right.
Oh,
Judgment Day tomorrow for Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees. What will we hear after his arbitration hearing, or will he even get to his arbitration hearing?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that the Yankees would sort of fold at this point. I mean, I know that you're looking for a long-term deal for him. I don't know if Aaron Judge is willing to negotiate at this point. He said he was not going to do that. Maybe things have changed if the Yankees come back with a better number. But if the Yankees still sit there and nickel and dime Aaron Judge over $4 million for this particular season, then that's pretty bad. So I would imagine that, they agree on something. He gets his $21 million at the very least without having them have to go back and forth talking about whether he deserves it or not.
Let me explain something to the Yankees that don't need any explaining. They understand it better than anybody because, they do have a partnership with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the two most iconic franchises maybe in this country, along with the Lakers. Maybe the Celtics would be in there when Michael Jordan was at the Bulls. I guess you could say that. But when I think about, they understand promotion, they understand what they're selling. And number 99 happens to be, and making a great catch last night in the 8th inning, by the way, up against the wall. Number 99 happens to be the reason why and you're winning. You got 50 wins now. But 99 is the reason that people want to come to Yankee Stadium, man. And they are coming in droves this year. This is a very special year for this team. And they're being led by a very special player. And this player is a player that deserves every dollar he is asking for. And I think that the Yankees should show in good faith. Forget the arbitration hearing. Pay him the $21 million he wants. But screw that. I would rip it up, and I would start the contract right now. I don't know if they can do that in baseball. I think they can. But I would pay him more this year and make him happy and sign a long-term deal. Give the present to the Yankee fan. I don't give a crap about his 37th and 38th year of his age. I don't really care about that. What I care about is the next 5 to 6 years. And this guy is the face of your franchise. And you have got to do everything you can to show your fans and show all the baseball fans out there that you're not going to mess around. You're the New York Yankees. This guy is having a career year. He's having an MVP type season. He's stealing bases. He's making catches up against the wall. He's hitting big home runs. He's got a lot of RBIs. He hits for average. I don't know what else a guy in baseball can do. And he's doing it at the size that he is. And when you look at him and the way that he plays and the way that he carries himself, that's what a New York Yankee stands for.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing one thing this year better than he's done for most of his career, and that's stay on the field. And that's why the numbers have followed, is he's been healthy. There's been so many years outside of 2017, which was his best year, and he finished second in the MVP voting that year, and the over 50 home runs and everything else, that he's been dealing with injuries. He's been out for a significant amount of time, and then when he's come back, he hasn't been himself. It's taken him a long time to get back. So the biggest thing this season is you see when Aaron Judge is healthy what he's capable of, and that is an MVP-type player. I mean, he's leading. He's the odds-on favorite for the AL MVP, obviously. So, yes, I mean, all those things are true, but remember the beginning of the season, one of the arguments against Aaron Judge was the fact that he could not stay healthy. So now he is proving that, and now it's time for the Yankees to say, okay, enough is enough, and let's get this thing done. Because if he walks out of that door next year and goes somewhere else, I mean, that is just a travesty. It really is. I mean, there's a big difference from Robinson Cano leaving and then Aaron Judge leaving. It doesn't happen to the Yankees a lot. This would be the equivalent of the Mookie Betts signing with the Dodgers, or the trade having to get rid of him and him going to the Dodgers. It'd be the equivalent of that. It's just things that big market teams should not be doing. It should not even be on the table. It should not be an option. So it's going to be fascinating to see. I mean, if they really go into this thing and try to knock him down to $17 million, I mean, that could do irreparable damage to the talks going forward.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, G, but I will say this. The only thing I don't know is I know what the obvious is. The obvious tells me you got to sign him. What I don't know is what Aaron Judge's agent is telling him on the other side. That conversation, I would think, would include the Giants, would include the Dodgers, would include the Angels, would include the Rangers, would include, of course, the Mets. And, if the agent is saying, hey, look, man, we can get you a $400 million deal, now all of a sudden that changes the dynamics. I want the Yankees to sign him. I want him to make the money that I think that he deserves. I thought the initial offer was fair for the 7-year extension. I don't want to go 8, 9, or 10 years, but the way that maybe you can meet in the middle is pay him for what he's doing right now. I mean, pay him for all the money that he is making you right now. He is a star. He is one of the top 5 players in baseball right now. I know he's in the middle of an iconic season and one of the great seasons in Yankee history up to this point. And he is the face of your franchise. So somehow you got to convince him to be here, to stay here. The question is, what is the discussion on the other side with his agent, and what is his agent telling him that he thinks he can extract from another team to force the Yankees maybe to, increase their offer maybe another 30, 40 million.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.